Hey guys, so today I'm going to be looking at more Am I Wrong stories. Yeah, let's just get right into the video. I have always had a very close relationship with my brother. He's 3 years older than me and has been a great older brother for the most part, meaning the last yearish. Our relationship evolved a lot over the years, but we were friends as well as siblings. He started dating his fiancée 6 years ago. She wanted us to be sisters. A year later, when I got married, she asked to be my bridesmaid, even though I wasn't having any. I said yes because it meant so much to her, and I even bought her an inexpensive but pretty dress since we did a courthouse thing. My brother and her got engaged in 2020. She announced it in the family group chat, along with the fact 2 of her friends were her bridesmaids. After the announcement, she started asking me for my opinion and help on stuff, which quickly turned into her asking me to run errands for her, and even picking up the cost of certain things. I told her it seemed like something her bridesmaids would be doing with her, and she ignored me. She walked out on a cake store with her samples and never paid, but I was left behind and they came after me for the money. I spoke to my brother about it. He told me to go along with it for the special day. Who does that though? I'm already getting bad vibes from this fiance. She walked out without paying. What the? She literally thinks the entire world is hers because she's getting married, huh? I feel like she is one of those people, one of those bridezillas. Okay, maybe it's too fast to judge. She invited me and my mum dress shopping, then tried to say I was paying for one of her accessories. I never offered anything like that. My brother told me I didn't have to pay for it and he'd talk to her. But then later, she said she was just excited and wanted something from me to wear at her wedding. I started saying no to any requests for help, and she and my brother got upset. He told me he really wanted me to be part of the whole wedding. I found that kinda odd since I was never asked to be in the bride or groom party. Not that I wanted or expected to be, but given what they were saying and expecting it, felt like I was being used. I was open to both of them about this. My future sister-in-law ignored me again. My brother said he loved me and if I wanted to be in the wedding, I should have said something. I said that wasn't the point, that I wasn't asked, but I was being brought along like I was, but only to take on the expense and heavy lifting nobody else seemed to be doing. He told me I was overreacting. Wow, oh my gosh, I could totally feel them like trying to like guilt trip her. Is that the right term? I don't know, but you know what they're doing? They're like, you know, I love you, right? Now help me with this because I said I love you, but it's just all words. You know, you're my favorite person, you know, I just want the best for you. But they don't even want the best for her. Then the invitation came and it was crazy. The venue is 3 states over. It's a fancy hotel in an expensive area, and the dress requirements on the invite also meant expensive, and to top it all off, every single gift on the registry is a minimum of $250. We can't afford all that. I spoke to my parents who were also unhappy with how demanding the invite was, so I RSVP'd no. Brother and sister-in-law asked me why. I said it wasn't worth the expense, especially when they had already gotten money out of me and given how I was expected to keep chipping in. Extended family were outraged by this. They said a sibling's wedding is always worth the cost and I should go and support my only sibling. My brother and sister-in-law were upset by our RSVP too and tried to talk me into coming. Wow. Like, okay, they're not wrong, because they can do whatever they want, right? If they want to go or not, they're not wrong. But I'm just putting myself in this situation, and I do feel like I would go no matter what, since it's my brother, as long as we're still on good terms kind of thing. I would just want him to be happy. But from what we're reading right now, it just seems like the brother doesn't really love her as much as he keeps saying it. You know? He's just like, you're very special to me, but he's not showing that the sister is special. What the heck is this? I don't even know what I just read, to be honest. Alright, next story. So, my wife has a friend from childhood named Anthony. I'm being completely honest here when I say that he and I don't get along. It's not like he's rude or disrespectful, nothing like that. But all I feel towards him is annoyance sort of speak because of how much my wife sees him. He lives alone and now suffers from a medical condition, cancer, that requires him to go to the hospital regularly to receive treatment. I found out that my wife promised him to go with him to his every chemo treatment as support. She said said it's a commitment she made to be there for him during this rough time since he has no one else besides her. Okay, I had no issue with that at first, but then this started affecting me. Example, I can't go see my friends because I have to stay with my son on X day so my wife could be with Anthony for his treatment, etc, etc. I've talked to her about it, but she said that Anthony needs company and that she's just being supportive and this is when he needs her the most. I let it go, but last week was kind of my last straw. Anthony had another chemo session treatment and my wife wanted to go with him and asked me to stay home with our son. I told her I had meet up with my mum and sister to eat lunch and that I won't be home. Why can't he just take his son with him? Why is he talking as if he's babysitting the son? Like, that's your kid. You're parenting, okay? Not babysitting. That's your kid. She said she needed to go be with him and I kind of flipped out at her and said that she doesn't need to be with him and could literally go see him at home the next day or something. She threw a fit and called me cruel for forcing her to leave Anthony by himself since she's all he has and that I was making her look bad. She also said my appointment with mum and sister wasn't as important as a chemo session, but I decided to just leave to end the argument. She ended up staying at home but kept ignoring me when I got back, calling me selfish for not letting her be there to support Anthony with what he's going through. Some of her girlfriends think I'm a controlling jerk with no consideration for Anthony and what he's going through. Am I? Are you really asking that question? You're not letting your wife be there for a friend because you want to eat lunch with your mum and sister? What kind of question is that? Like, she's literally just supporting him through every chemo treatment. And that's such a nice thing of her to do. Supporting someone when they're going through the worst, when they have nobody there for them. Like, that obviously is gonna make someone feel a lot better to know that they at least have someone still there for them. Imagine if Anthony is just going through that treatment himself with no one around him. Like, would he even want to go through that treatment? Do you know what I mean? Sometimes you just need that one person there for you. One friend, whoever it is, you just need one person. Jeez, dude. So he's just complaining because he can't go see his friends the day that his wife supports Anthony. You can see your friends another day. Or you can see your friend the day when your wife is home looking after your son. The fact that he even says, I can't go see my friends because I have to stay with my son. Why is that a bad thing? You and your son can have fun together. What the heck? I thought this was gonna turn into like a jealousy thing, but he's only caring about the fact that he just can't go see his friends because he has to look after his son. Like, dude, you're a dad. Obviously, you should parent. And since he's just complaining about him not being able to go out, why does he think he can't go out with his son? That's what I'm confused about. Like, if you were going out to eat with his mum and sister, you can take your son with you. Aren't they just eating lunch? It's not like they're going to a bar or a club or something, you know? Aren't you just eating lunch? Like, I'm pretty sure your mum and your sister wouldn't mind your son being there too, literally. Like, they're your son's grandma and auntie. What's wrong with taking your kid with you and to go eat lunch with them? Huh? That's all you care about? Someone is literally going through chemo right now, fighting for their life, needs someone to support them, and you just care about yourself because you have to look after your son. She's literally trying her best to be there for her childhood friend. But her husband is just immature and just wants to go out. And the fact that he said she doesn't need to be with him and could literally go see him at home the next day or something. That's very insulting. She's not going to see him at home. She's supporting him through his chemo treatments. Get that right. Okay, next story. 2 months ago, me and my boyfriend went to IKEA to grab a bite, and we both bought a menu that included French fries. So naturally, the cashier gave us both mayonnaise packs at the checkout. The problem started when she gave me 3 packs instead of 2 and gave him 2. I didn't realize he got 1 less pack until later. We sat down, and before we even started eating, he jokingly grabbed one of my mayonnaises from my tray. Mind you, we often do these kind of stuff at home, so I thought of that in a playful, non-serious way and grabbed the pack back from him while laughing. He grabbed the pack a few more times times and without saying anything, in a still, playful manner, and I grabbed back just like before. I sensed something was off after we started eating. He was very quiet and constantly shutting down my every attempt to talk. I asked him what was wrong and got only nothing's wrong answers. I insisted one last time to find out what was wrong, and he admitted he was upset with me for not giving him one of my mayonnaise packs. I told him I didn't understand that he seriously wanted the pack since he grabbed it a few times without expressing himself. He said that I knew he likes mayonnaise more than I do, and because he saw the cashier giving me an extra pack, he thought I'd give him that one. I expressed to him a couple of times that I'll gladly share the pack if he'd asked properly in the first place. But since he was so rude and acting like he was entitled to that pack without even bothering to ask me, I refused to give it to him. Are they really fighting over mayonnaise? Wow. But I do get where she's coming from. Totally. We began arguing back and forth and never came to a conclusion since then. He defends that I should have laughed it off and given the mayonnaise since it's not a big deal, and since I'm his girlfriend and best friend, he should be able to take anything from my tray without asking because he let me so. Oh. Dude. I guess I can't ever get into a relationship then, man. No, you gotta ask me. That's why I'm single. That's why. Honestly, I do get like a bit annoyed if someone just takes my food without saying anything. It's just like I love offering people food, but I want to offer it, okay? Because if you take the food from me, then it just feels like, I don't know, it just feels rude. But I want to offer my food to you so you can appreciate it more. You know, I don't even know anymore, but do you guys get what I'm trying to say? He also says that he can do this to any of his male friends, so why should I react differently? I defend that if he'd asked properly instead of just grabbing without saying anything, I'd give it to him without hesitation. So please tell us, who's wrong here? Who's definitely wrong? It's just common sense. If you want something, you ask for it. Just don't be rude. Why is he acting like a kid? And she even said if he just asked for it, she'd just happily give it to him. And even if she doesn't want to give it to him, he shouldn't make it a problem either. Right? Because they gave her the extra mayonnaise. Well, that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoy. Tell me in the comments down below what your thoughts are. And as always, thanks for watching. Hope you guys liked it. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!